Hello friends, this video on current electricity part 23 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 22 before going ahead with this one. Now we will look at the combination of resistors. How do we combine resistors in circuits? Basically, we will use these resistors at the end of the day in some electric circuits, right? So how do we combine it in circuits? We have studied. Now this will be easier for you to understand because you have already studied about the combination of capacitors. So this also, the resistor combination is also on similar lines to capacitors with some major differences, of course. So the resistors can be combined in two ways similar to capacitors. First is a series combination and the second one is a parallel combination. So what happens when the resistors are connected in series? We will have a look at that. Now what happens when the resistors are connected in series? Series means one end of one resistor starts the other resistor. Again the end of the second resistor starts the third resistor and so on. This is how the resistors are connected in series. Now in a circuit diagram, a resistor is always represented like this. Like for example, for capacitor we use this symbol. Similarly for resistor we use this symbol. Okay. So the resistors are connected in series in this way. So what happens in a series combination basically? In a series combination, the same amount of current flows through the circuit. That means the same amount of current flows through all the resistor. However, the potential difference across each resistor is different. Let us suppose if the potential difference across this is V1, this will be V2, this will be V3 and so on. Right? So that means what we can say, V1 is nothing but I into R1 according to Ohm's law. That is potential difference across resistor R1 is current flowing through R1, that is I, into resistor, that is R1. Similarly, V2 will be equal to I into R2. Similarly, V3 will be equal to I into R3 and so on. So therefore, the total voltage V, that is the total voltage between these 2 points. Let us suppose these 2 points are A and B. So the total voltage between A and B is V. In that case, this V will be equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus so on till Vn. Now we can write this total V as I into R equivalent, that is the equivalent resistance of the circuit. If we forget that we have so many resistors, if we replace so many resistors with one resistor, R equivalent, then we can say that the total potential difference across the circuit is equal to current flowing through the circuit, that is I, into the equivalent resistance of the circuit. So this will be equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3 plus so on till IRN. So therefore we can write R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 so on till Rn. That means if resistors are connected in series, then the equivalent resistance of the circuit is equal to the sum of the resistors in the circuit. Now this is opposite to that of capacitors. In case of capacitors, when capacitors are connected in parallel, in that case the equivalent capacitance of the circuit is equal to the sum of the capacitance, right? So this is a major difference between resistors and capacitors. So please do not get confused. Now let us look at the scenario when the resistors are connected in parallel. So here what will happen when the resistors are connected in parallel? These are your two terminals, say A and B. In this case, the potential difference across each of them will be V. So the potential difference across each of them would be the same, right? Because the potential difference between A and B will be the same as these 2 points, will be the same as these 2 points, will be the same as these 2 points and so on. But the amount of current flowing through them will be different. Let us suppose through this it is I1, through this it is I2 and through this it is IN. So what is the total current flowing through the circuit? That will be I, which is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 so on plus IN. Now from Ohm's law we can write I is equal to V divided by R equivalent, that is the equivalent resistance of the circuit. This is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3 and so on till V by Rn. So from this we can write 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 till Rn. So therefore, when the resistances are connected in parallel in a circuit, then the total or equivalent resistance of the circuit is given by this expression, right? So these are the two possible combination of resistors. Now we will look at several scenarios. I will try to solve as many problems as I can to show you how do we calculate equivalent resistance of complicated circuits. So I will end this chapter with calculation of equivalent resistance, and in the next lesson we will talk about analyzing electric circuits, calculating current, voltage, resistance. We will take up things all together. So now we will start solving different problems to calculate the equivalent resistance of circuit, and I will also tell you certain tricks which we follow or which we use to make the calculation of equivalent resistance simpler. We will now look at a variety of problems and circuits, and we will see how do we calculate equivalent resistance of a circuit. So basically, I will show you different kinds of circuits where you have numerous resistances, and will tell you different tricks and methods to calculate the equivalent resistance of the circuit. So this is our first problem, where you can see that there are three resistances, 7 ohms, 5 ohms and 4 ohms respectively. And I ask you to calculate the equivalent resistance of this circuit between points A and B. So how do you calculate it? If you look at it, since these are the two terminal points A and B, so that means a potential difference exists between A and B. So a current, let us say some current I will flow through this arm. But when this current reaches this point, what do you think? How will the current get divided? If you look at it, this 4 ohms is in air. This other end of 4 ohm is not connected to any particular terminal or any particular point. So that means this 4 ohm resistance is hanging in air. So do you think current will flow through this resistance? No, it will not, because for current to flow, that means for the electrons to flow, they will flow towards something, right? When we apply some electric field, what happens? Our charges flow towards the positive end, but here it is in air. So the current will not flow through this 4 ohm resistance. That means no current will flow through this arm. So the entire current will flow through this 5 ohm resistance. So this is how the current will flow. So that means what is the equivalent resistance of the circuit? Since current is not flowing through this 4 ohm, so 4 ohm does not contribute to equivalent resistance. So my equivalent resistance will be 7 ohm and 5 ohm. That means my circuit will look somewhat like this: 7 ohm and then 5 ohm. So this is A and this is B. So this is 7 ohm, this is 5 ohm. So what is it? If you make this wire straight, if you keep this point A here, it is equivalent to point A and point B, right? It is just that the shape of the wire is in this way. If had it been a straight wire, it is nothing but series combination of 7 ohms and 5 ohms. That means the equivalent resistance is nothing but the sum of the two resistances, because they are in series. So the equivalent resistance of the circuit is 12 ohms. Now let us suppose if you tell me, because and in this case also note this point, the current always follow the easiest and the shortest path, right? Now let us suppose had this 4 ohm been connected to this point. In that case, this 4 ohm would also have played a role, because in that case the current I would have got divided into two parts, I1 and I2, right? So that is how we solve this problem. Now let us look at the next. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.